Hey guys, welcome back to another Stardust video. In today's video I am playing the Devastation. The Devastation is a tier 5 carrier found in the Reaper tech tree of the Mass Effect Mass Effect tree. The Devastation is one of the only, well it is, the only Reaper carrier in the entire Reaper tech tree. Now, the Devastation is a swarm carrier, and it entitles itself as the best swarm carrier in the game because the drones are amazing. Even after their nerf, they are still just as effective, and this thing is very annoying to deal with, especially if the enemy is incredibly close to you. If to counter a Devastation, you need to get as far away from it as possible, because if you're really point blank range of it, like hiding behind an object like high point, if you're pressed up against the point, then the Devastation will just out-time you with its fighters, because its fighters have a 10-second respawn time versus your stuff, which have like a 20-second, 30-second respawn timer, so they can attack you and do a lot more damage to you. And this thing has regenerative shields, meaning it's very potent, it's very hard to kill and to deal with, especially if the only time it can really be countered is if it's killed by another brawler. It can normally defend itself very well against normal tier 5 carriers, even some of the super carriers. I'd say some carriers that can kill it would be the Punic, and that's because the Punic has access to his nuclear bombers. Other than that, the Devastation is very fun to play and very annoying to deal with. It's my perfect type of carrier because you basically just have to switch your brain off. Now it gets access to drones, which add up to 1200 health. It's not as much compared to other tier 5 carriers, but remember they are drones. They're as fast as Banshees, so they're really good at intercepting. There's such a short cooldown speed on them, cooldown timer. They can come back instantly after death. It doesn't really matter. If you can just spam scramble and game over pretty much for the enemy. You do get access to 2 bombers, and the 2 bombers are both destroyers. The destroyers have 800 health each. It's a lot of health in total, 1600 health. The only problem is they're incredibly slow. They kind of act like the new burglar here.
No, that was terrible. You're butchering my beautiful language. It's
It kind of acts like their bombers. They do a lot of damage, but they're really slow, really large, have a lot of health, but in reality they're not too effective unless you're like point blank range of the enemy, where the bombers can just spawn in, do 40k damage, and then just retreat. They only have like 1 salvo of bombs. In total they do 80k damage, which is quite a lot, but for the fact that they're so slow, they're mostly ineffective. You just use this thing as a swarm carrier. But anyway, enough rambling, let's get into it. And here we go. The great carrier gameplay with the Devastation swarm carrier, with the destroyers, which you're never going to use at a map like this because they'll just get shot down before they even get into range. And so, in other words, he's just going to use the drones to attack and intercept whatever comes. Let's just intercept, doesn't matter. They all have a 10-second respawn timer, so they can go off and die and do something like that. Very cool eyes, very interesting gameplay. I can turn off all the guns and make the cool horn sound. Lovely. Do like the fact that it is basically just like the tier 4 intruder, but it's a carrier and it has a lot of fighter wings, and oh no, they're coming to attack. Just spam things out. It's basically like, imagine taking the Luca Hulk but making the Vulture droids actually good at attacking and good at intercepting and actually fast, so these things have quite a bit of health. Yep, let's just intercept things again. Wow, the interesting carrier gameplay. It's so fun. Oh, yay, I'm intercepting. Yep. I think that's a Secutor. I've just intercepted like most their stuff. So what, they just spawned the stuff in and they got instantly intercepted. That's so cool. The menacing sound of a Reaper horn. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Now you gotta keep in mind your hitbox is quite large, so take up quite a lot of space. So you need to be a bit more careful about that. That is an Emeratsu. And that is a Rosinante. Oh, he's brave. He's very brave. Very foolish, actually. Why would you get this close to me, of all things? Yeah, that's just not going to go very well. That lasted a very short amount of time. That wasn't a very smart idea. Anyway, for I'm in love with these Reaper horns. There you go. Reaper horn. Intercept everything that gets into range. The thing is basically just an oversized support carrier. It's not even that big. It's just very wide. It's just a bit. It's the hitbox from there to down here is very large compared to most carriers. Oh, maybe I don't want to be like moving incredibly close like this. Although you may as well just, you know, do about 5,000 damage just to scare them off. This Thermo is very brave, along with the Nebula. My brain nearly forgot what that was. Very glad I didn't forget it, because that would be quite embarrassing. Man, I think they buffed the Reaper PD. Honestly, it seems to be better than before. Oh, there's another guy who's just like come out of his spawn. I don't think he's there anymore. I don't know. He's really small, is what he is. Oh? Hello? What are you? Support Stanley, I think, maybe? Come on, kill him. No! Not quite. That's not a full stand. It's probably a point blank, honestly. Thinking about it more. Hopefully he charges, because honestly, point blank is not going to do very well against a squid. Like this guy here who's decided to push up. He's going to probably retreat now. I would retreat. I wouldn't want to. Even if it is a carrier, the Reaper carrier is still extremely strong. In the sense that it can defend itself from light vessels, maybe like a couple tier 4 vessels here and there, and he's just dead. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He won't have time to decloak because these drones move extremely fast. As you can see here, he's now going to die a horrible death. Bye-bye. Yep, point blank. There you go. I was correctamundo. Some very interesting squid gameplay. Normandy. I would normally be scared of a Normandy, but in this situation, I can... Oh, a lot of my stuff just got intercepted there. Ouchies. Ouches. What are you? Oh, you're a Rosinante. Okay. No, again, not much of an issue. It's a Rosinante, they're not very... Yeah, I can intercept quite a few of his torpedoes, so it's not much of an issue. And I've got an APOC and a DDS Dominator right next to me, so I'm not too scared of Vikings. Charging the main gun. The dead corpse is in the way. Doesn't matter. Rosinante is being very, very brave right now. Yeah, that's where bravery gets you. There's the Normandy. Again, not much of an issue. Plus, this intruder isn't very pleased with his existence by the looks of things. He's going to decloak now. Oh, sorry, he's going to recloak. There's no way he's going to stay out like that. Yeah, there you go. The coward, as always. Dun, 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 dun. set my things to guard that guy because he's all alone. So he's very vulnerable right now. Yeah, look, I'm just intercepting anything that gets close to him. And, yep. Hopefully I can kill the Normandy and then I can go back to defending him. Yep. And, yeah, I think that will pretty much be Devastation. It's so devastating, isn't it? Very devastating. I'm gonna hold on to these in case I get attacked by a carrier, so I can just scramble everything. Because my drones will intercept pretty much anything that gets close to him, and I want to kill whatever spawns here. So, oh, a Denali. Very potent, but we have 30 seconds left, so I think I can survive. No, I was going to say that, and then I see a blue node just spawns. He's probably going to go after the Nebula. I was kind of hoping the dead corpse of the Firma would stay there so I can hide behind that, but not by the looks of things. We're gonna win anyway. Doesn't matter. This will be game over, but here we go. Very cool Devastation gameplay. Does the Devastation? I'm fully aware that some people like if I would play the Devastation or carriers for longer and actually find like a good match, but honestly, it's a very situational carrier and I'd rather move on to something else. But yeah, if you like the video, comment down below what you want to see next. Remember to like and subscribe and join my channel. You can become a member, you get extra perks, and it's very, very cheap. £1.99. I already have one valuable member. But anyway, see you next video. Goodbye.